Hello and welcome to Black News Channel Sports. I'm James Hill. We are joined by the reigning back-to-back Swac Championship football coach from the Alcorn State University, Coach Mcnair. Talk to us about the Braves football legacy, and obviously you guys earn championship trophies. I see two behind you. Talk about the Alcorn way.
Well, I guess the biggest thing is when you talk about the Alcorn way is the tradition that we have at this university, and presenting our programs as a whole, the department, the way we do things here at Alcorn is kind of unique in the setting of football. You know, you just try to keep things consistent in what we do here. Not much change, but keeping everything the same as what we instill in our young men as we mentor them across the way. So I guess the biggest thing is just the consistency of this program and this coaching staff that we assemble here today. The way they work and where they come out and compete day in and day out, making sure these young men are going to class and doing the right things on campus. So I guess for the utmost is just that it's the way we do it here at Alcorn, and it's very unique. You know, being here as the head coach as well. So those things kind of ties into the way we do it here at Alcorn.
Coach, one of the greatest things about being a student athlete is hard work and perseverance. And when you work hard and you walk across the stage after it's all said and done, maybe you can have a Alcorn State University championship ring on one finger and also in the other hand a college degree. Talk about helping young men acquire those assets.
And that's what we instill in the young men when we go out and recruit throughout the recruiting process of becoming champions with a ring and a trophy and having a degree in the other hand. So you know, I think overall our compliance has done a great job of making sure that we get what we need in terms of the young men's educational part. I know this spring we had a term of a 3.31 and a cumulative of 3.22 GPA. And that's the overall department-wise. And as far as football, we had 20 young men to graduate this year. We had a term of 2.79 and a cumulative GPA of 2.76. And we want to make sure that these young men are getting the best education they can when they leave here at Alcorn, as mentoring these young men to becoming better young men when they get out in society today, understanding the purpose of how to raise a family and how to become a grown man when they leave this university. I think that we instill in the young men that you have to get a degree right now. You have to have some kind of paperwork when you go into the workforce as well. So I think that we do a great job of making sure the young men get a degree, and that's what I strive on. This is education to me. You know, I take kids off the practice field, the playing field, if they're not doing what they're supposed to do in the classroom. So we take pride in what we do here at Alcorn, especially the educational part and from a football aspect of it.
Coach Mcnair, the last name, your last name, the Mcnair legacy. Talk to us about your football career and also your brothers. People know you guys and they respect you. Talk about the Mcnair way.
It's been great, and I think that, you know, my mom, Miss Lucille, she did an outstanding job of raising 5 young men, you know, by herself, and gave us a desire when we were coming up as young men, as kids. The homie desire is to come in and make sure that we're taking care of her as well, and it just made us get a desire to where we want to go out and do the best that we can in the reputation of our Mcnair legacy in those terms. You know, starting off with me going to the university, Alcorn State, that is. You know, starting the legacy as a quarterback and as a receiver, and then along come away my brother Tim coming to play receiver, and then comes Steve that sets it on fire and really lights up the Alcorn State University campus and the things that he did on and off the field as well. So, and you know, my time is coming back as a coach here at my alma mater. You know, it's been really great. The Mcnair legacy still moves on, and hopefully it'll continue. You know, so that's my desire here at this university to keep this program in top shape and better than the mentoring the young men that we have coming to this campus. as well. So those are the things that the legacy we're going to try to carry the tradition on and make sure that we leave a good platform when time's for us to go. So, things of that, we're just trying to keep a good name for ourselves and keep the tradition going.
Coach, you guys have a quality foundation, back-to-back Swac championships and Celebration Bowl appearances. We see you guys in Atlanta every year. Talk about getting back to Atlanta and also some of the quality student athletes you have. You got a gentleman back there in the pocket, and he can run and definitely get the ball to guys and move the chains.
That's every year. We try to strive and our expectations and our goals beginning of the year when the year starts off. What we try to do is make sure that we're in top condition and top shape to where we can compete with other teams, and that's what our coaching staff is really drives on. The things of what we do off season wise, carrying on over to the camp. And in season, maintaining these guys' expectation, their goals of reaching the Celebration Bowl again, winning all the conference games, winning the Swac championship, and then making it back to Atlanta. These kids, they love it. They love what they do. It's our way. What we try to strive in these kids and what when they compete on the field on Saturday. I tell the young men all the time, you have to get ready to play every Saturday. Lace your cleats up and get ready to roll. And the young man, Felix Harper, he's a blessing in disguise. And when he started the game at Mcnair State last year and coming in and doing the job he did behind Noah Johnson, it was tremendous. I mean, I had confidence in him all the way. Just buying into the system, the things that we did offensive-wise and keeping it rolling for us. So, every year we lose a quarterback to some injury or something like that, and the next man up. We always teach the next man up. That's in all phases of the game, special team, defense, offense. So we have to maintain those expectations in what we do and making sure that we got the next guy ready to compete at that position as well.
Coach, you've been around football for a long time. Do you ever remember a fall Saturday afternoon when you're sitting at home instead of being inside a stadium with a clipboard and a headset on?
Man, this is so real. And now you look back at the thing that's going on in the world today, and you talk about the COVID-19, the way it have taken over this year of football as far as the Swac conference. Really all over now, because now you got the NFL testing positive and things of that nature. So I never would imagine in a million years, as long as I've been around football, that this would take place. I'll be sitting at home during this time on Sunday. I'm normally in the office getting game plan ready for the next Saturday. So it's different. We as a coaching staff, we talk about it all the time, how different it is to be not playing on Saturdays and not preparing game plans, and now we catch ourselves going back and preparing for the spring year, spring football. So in preparation of that, we're doing a lot of film watching on our opponents, getting stuff ready to go. So when spring hit, we're ready to roll.
Coach, February 27th, you open up on the road. You go into Alabama A&M. Again, what's the thought process going in between now and that kickoff?
Well, I guess the biggest thing is just the practice time that we're allowed to have during the course of this spring practice up until that game day. January 4th, the kids come back on campus and get ready for the spring. You have right at 8 weeks to get prepared. Normally you have 8 weeks before camp in July to get these kids up and running and strengthened and stronger, but we won't have that. We'll just go into a spring camp in January to get these young men ready for February 22nd. So it's going to be different. My biggest fear is these kids not being in the condition that they need to be in, and just trying to maintain, keep the injuries down, and making sure the young man's in shape. So it's going to be different for us as a staff. We're making preparation for that now. We setting our calendars up to where the days we're going to be able to practice and things of that nature. And my biggest fear is the rain. The climate that we have here at Alcorn is always a big issue during that time of the year. In January, February, March, all the way through. Just being able to go out and practice with rain and lightning and stuff like that. So we got to prepare for all that. And, just make sure that we're getting the right hours in to practice and getting the young men ready for that first ball game against Alabama A&M.
Coach, talk a little bit about HBCU football and what that means to you personally. It's a culture. It's more than a game, so to speak. There's the tailgating. There's the barbecues. There's just the fans, the people coming back. It's like a reunion type of a situation. But take us into your thought process when we come down Highway 61 and we take that turn and come up the hill into the reservation. What do you envision seeing?
I mean, I experienced something this past year that I haven't seen in a while, and I think for the Swac championship game, we stayed over in Natchez at the hotel in Natchez before we came on campus, and one of the biggest things that it just caught my eyes, just seeing that campus, the way cars was lined up and the people tailgating and we driving in on the bus, getting ready to go into the stadium. It was unbelievable. That's a great experience. I think everybody should have that experience at least once, coming to an HBCU game and seeing how the fan-friendly peoples are, the tailgating, the music loud, and it's just so real that the HBCUs are like that, and I enjoy it. I'm an HBCU guy, I love HBCU football, and you talk about the historical black colleges and universities, and how proud I am to be at this university. And I think that everybody should have that experience, especially game day experience at HBCU. It's unbelievable. And, just here at Alcorn, and it's a tradition here. The tailgate, the food, the smoke you see in the air from the barbecue grills, and it just go on, and the fans waving and how much they love Alcorn. And we're fan-friendly people here. At this university. I don't think nobody does it like we do. I just love it.
Coach, it's been said that 3 is a charm. You want to get back to the Swac championship and you want to work your way back to Atlanta and hoist the trophy. Talk about continuing that effort and working hard and getting student athletes ready to play.
And that's the biggest thing. These young men that we have, the coaching staff, that's something they thrive on, winning championships. And these guys know what it takes. There's a formula for that, to win games and to win SWAC championships and make it back to the Celebration Bowl. And that's our ultimate goal, is just go in there and try to win that big game, becoming national champions, hoisting that trophy up as we do the SWAC championship trophy as well, and just getting back to the SWAC championship first. That's the ultimate goal, and our expectations as a coaching staff and as players, and then going back to Atlanta and winning that national championship. That will be the icing on the cake there. So that's the ultimate goal. Try to get these guys to work hard every day and compete in the classroom. That's big for us. If they compete in the classroom, we know they'll compete on the football field. So that's our biggest thing, is trying to maintain the expectation of these young men to graduate with a degree and a championship, and in one hand as well.
Coach, can you talk a little bit about the legacy of the Mcnair family, and again, seeing that name Mcnair on the back of a jersey on Sunday afternoons in the NFL?
Yeah, I thought that the Tennessee Titan really did an outstanding job of retiring his jersey. It was a glorious moment for the family. His wife and sons, mom, and of course myself, because I made the speech and I had to do it. It was a bittersweet moment. It was kind of sad that he wasn't there to see it, as Eddie George was, but I think in the sky that he was glowing. As well as we were, just to see that number being unveiled on the stadium in Tennessee was big for us. And the things that he did on the field, it go far and beyond the things that people expect. The way he materialized during the course of his NFL career. You know, moving from the Tennessee Oilers to the Tennessee Titans, and then going to play for the Baltimore Ravens. You know, those families there, the Tennessee Titans and the Ravens, those are family forever. You know, they'll forever hold that bond with this family as well, the Mcnair family, for the things that they did for him, as well as you know, he did for them on the field. So that tradition and that legacy still goes on now, even me coming back and coaching at Alcorn State University.
In closing, Coach, is there anything you want to tell everybody out there about Alcorn State University football, everything we're going through in this nation with COVID, and really just human beings coming together to work forward and move forward in a beautiful way?
Yeah, I think the university put together a good a protocol in terms of staying safe on campus and doing the things that we need to do as students and as coaches and administrators as well, keeping each other safe and making sure that we're doing the right things for the young men that we have and young student athletes as well as students on campus. Making sure that we following protocol and doing all the right things to keep them safe. And that's one thing that I think that the university did a great job of putting things together in terms of that COVID-19. And I would advise everyone to, you know, stay social distant, do the right thing, and wear your mask and make sure that you're staying safe. And by this policy that we have, that we govern here in the United States of America, you know, so everybody can get back to normal, hopefully pretty soon. But, you know, those things like that. But Alcorn State University is a great place. It's a great institution, great programs, education-wise. The business, the nursing, the agriculture programs that we have here on campus is wonderful. You know, I graduated from here with 2 degrees, my BS and my master's. So I'm a prime example of what this university produced as far as our student athletes as well. You know, not just only regular students, but student athletes as well. I'm the prime example of that. So I know what this university is about. I've been here and I've done it. So I encourage everyone to you know, like Alcorn State University, you know, come to this university. It's a great institution. Provide with a lot of things. When you leave here, you're successful. We got Alcornites and fans all over the place, all over the United States. So we're well-known university throughout America. You know, I'm a prime example of that. So I've seen it and I've heard it. But the things of that nature, you know, Alcorn University, where everything's matter, character and knowledge, it matters.
Coach Fred, I'm going to say a name to you, and you can give us your thoughts on that. Coach Cassim, Marino Cassim, what's your thoughts on that gentleman?
Man, I tell you, man, unbelievable person. Father, husband, mentor. Man, I tell you, I know the championship games, we had several conversations. He's at every championship game that we played in Houston. So he's a mentor. He mentored me. I mean, some of the things that he may not think that he done for me, he did it. Just being a head coach. And I can remember back in '84 when he was coaching the Braves up in Jackson when they were playing against Mississippi Valley. And I always said I wanted to be one of those guys down there on the sideline, a coach that is. And so I'm just blessed to have his name and just to be able to just to remember him and the legacy he brought to Alcorn as well. Great guy. He recruited me back in '86. Unfortunately, he left to go to Southern University for the athletic director job over there at Southern. So the time that I know him and the time that I spent with him, he's an unbelievable person, great mentor to me. So just a great name to have in your head, to think about the things that he done at Alcorn when he was here.
Well, folks, there you have it. He is Coach Fred Mcnair. The Alcorn State University Braves kick off the season coming up in February of 2021. You're watching Black News Channel Sports. I'm James Hill, and we will be right back. Thank you so much, Coach.